everybody, so it's about time that I give you all some kinds of tips and tricks to open up your channel. I know a lot of you already are natural channels and you're probably involved in something that is highly intuitive, such as drawing, painting, poetry, creating rap lyrics, haikus, inspirational teachings, whatever it is you're doing, working with oracle cards. So here are 3 basic techniques that I have used to open up my channel, which means that I used these before I began to trance channel, which was not something that I consciously decided. It just kind of happened. So, step 1, this occurred I practiced this in around 2008 when I was in college and taking online mediumship and psychic courses. So I want to call this, personally I want to call this the golden light technique, where you use golden light to surround yourself for protection and also sort of recognition of high-level guides, because when you open up, you only want to work with the highest, purest sources of light available. And what you do is you basically just call in the golden light, and some of you may call it the Christed light or all-loving light or inner light or whatever, creator's love and light, and you surround yourself with that. So you just kind of imagine that it's all over your auric egg, and you see it, you breathe it in, it's completely warm and protects you. So when you have that around you, what you can do is call in your guides. So this is twofold. This part of the opening up technique. If you want to learn to feel your spirit guides, you just call them in, because they're outside of time and space. So you just call them in, and they show up in your field, and you can practice, sensing them coming close to you, or sensing them leaving your auric field. Like, bring them in close, and then, close up consciously, and you can tell them, okay, please step back, thank you, because your spirit guides are all loving. They completely respect you, just like your guardian angel, and they respect your wishes. So call them in, and you can tell them, I'm doing an exercise, please help me feel you, And I can't remember, but I believe I found this in a book called Ask Your Guides by Sonia Choquette. And I also want to recommend this book, which I got reordered this copy. It's called Opening to Channel by Sanaya Roman, who channels Oren and Duane. Oh, and Duane Packer. Don't forget her man. So I think I got this for like $3 on Amazon, because this is kind of old school. Time for new. It's very hard to find books on how to channel. But anyway, the next thing with the golden light is practice zipping up. So if you're going to practice psychic mediumship, or you're just opening up for guidance, or you want to contact someone specific, always surround yourself with a golden light first for protection. And what you're protecting yourself from are basically shadow aspects of yourself, shadow aspects of people you're connecting with, because especially empaths, we feel and take on. As Pleiadians, we transmute other people's energies. We can get confused with what's ours and what's not for this incarnation, because we're all one. And you can practice the zipper, because there's a meridian point that goes from your chin to your pubic bone. And what I learned, though, is before doing mediumship is you have this golden light around you, and then you slowly open your zipper, which means you give spirit permission to come into your field. So if you're in public as well, you can practice the zipper technique. Like, for example, if you're talking to somebody, you can unzip them. Like, you look at them, imagine their zipper right here, and you can look them up and down, like from their head to their feet. That kind of unzips them. And I don't do this because I consider it somewhat a little bit manipulation, but it's opening them up. Or if you don't feel safe around somebody, you just zip your zipper up like that, so they don't have access to you. It's kind of like shielding technique. And I really like doing the opening and closing before channeling or mediumship. So, of course, don't do this without a prayer. I learned the hard way. My ego didn't believe in a lot of this stuff, so I wouldn't. My mom always said, let's say Kadosh, 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 Adonai, Tsebayoth, holy, holy, holy is the Lord God of hosts. before every channel, and that kind of smacked my ego. I would feel this aggression and anger. And after the prayer was done, I just started laughing, and I'd open up the channels. As I always do prayers with my readings now from now on, so I've never really had any major problems like that. It was just, you have to be careful with who you spend time with. And don't let anybody unzip you. Keep the zipper up. So, okay, number 2. The second best thing and the top thing you can do to get better downloads, more information, connect with your guides, connect with loved ones, get psychic intel, galactic counsel guidance, is to start doing readings for other people. So if you're not already doing oracle cards or tarot, or sitting with girlfriends or guy friends and counseling them or giving advice, or going on Facebook and writing unconditional things, you're probably not doing the type of service work where you're communicating with spirit. Now, please understand that we're always communicating with spirit. We're never separate. And I just mean, if you're not doing conscious egoless work. So a lot of people do work that's on default and are already channeling spirit. But I mean, when you want to have clairaudient, telepathic, direct communication, where you can locate, identify the entity or deity, whatever, diva, elemental, guardian that you're talking to. So that's what I'm saying. There's a difference between working actively as a psychic, or let's say channeling the right methods to take care of your plants. I hope you all understand what I'm saying. And people who giving readings is not just saying nice things. A lot of people think it's just saying nice things because there are a lot of people who get away with it. They memorize nice storylines and concepts, and then they do readings. Well, you're not really getting real information unless it's egoless and unconditionally loving. So you can rewrite this number 2 as doing something that is unconditionally loving for others. So it doesn't really matter what you do, but you have to learn how to feel that energy. So there are a lot of people that will say nice things, but if it's not coming from the heart center, all the spirit beings see who has an open heart. Everybody out there is watching, So just recognize that in yourself, and it's really great. This is, for those of you, if anyone's watching this and you've been depressed, like somebody left you or something traumatic happened to you, you had a breakup, I don't know, this happened to me. I went and I helped a lady move furniture, and that was very healing for me. So it could be that if you're at a very deep, dark, or low point, that you might just have a breakthrough with spirituality, because when we're going through our deepest, darkest fears, or some really hard challenges in life, the area of the brain that holds fear is right next to the area that holds mystical, magical experiences. So this is why, during shamanic healings, a lot of people cycle through the parts of the brain or aspects and channel different aspects, and then you can kind of hop from a fear one to a magical, mystical, unexplainable experience, which is the feminine side of the brain. We're trying to unite them both in harmony now. Number 3 is regular meditation or yoga, which Jose Argeles, in his Cosmic Future Science Chronicles, which is like hypermath and sacred G, he says that the best ascension techniques are simple yoga and meditation. You can't get much better than that. When I first woke up, I was practicing what's called transmission meditation, and that is what Benjamin Krem directs, who channels Maitreya. Actually says Maitreya is walking the earth right now. But besides that, I went to a meetup group in New York, and they'll tell you the whole story of how the handprint appeared on the opposite side of a lady's mirror somewhere in Portugal, and they were like, "This the hand of Jesus." Anyway, they just taught me that when you're, in groups of 3, it's super powerful, and they have photos of light coming in when people meditate in groups of 3. And what I learned from transmission, which I practiced for several months, also in 2008, several years ago in Finland, I would sit upright with my back upright on the sofa, and you just focus on the ajna center right here in your third eye, and you practice clearing everything. And the reason I'm saying that is recently, Spirit and the Galactic Council, known as the Orion Councils, have been constantly telling me emptiness, emptiness, emptiness. So I'm having to go back to square one and learning to clear my mind, because I feel that a higher level guide is going to come in and work with me. So if you don't know how to clear your minds, you really should. And yeah, yoga, I did Kundalini yoga to open up the pranic channels in my spine. So if you're already doing meditation, you're opening up the Kundalini, which they say it's like a snake because it kind of moves like this along your spine. And some of you sensitive empaths may start spinning during Reiki. I always spin. I can feel the energy currents of the body. So that's increasing your sensitivity. And I think that's enough information for now. If you feel like booking a reading with me, just follow your heart, listen to your intuition. It could be that there's an important message for you. And I offer several readings, Reiki readings, email readings, voice recordings, and Skype sessions. Also, I want everyone to just stay tuned for this month's channeling videos coming up very soon, and glad to work with all of you. I'll be announcing the winners in the video of the New Year video in the comments, so when I announce them at the end of this month, I expect that you respond to me via YouTube. So I'm going to send you a comment via YouTube asking for your name. And I'll put your username in the comment section and also message you privately. So it's been a great time, and I really hope this helped.